I was just going off of SoundCloud. I didn't know at that time. I didn't know nothing about a TuneCore, a DistroKid, CD Baby. I didn't know nothing about any of that.
Yeah, it was
So
just make music, put it on SoundCloud. Hopefully everyone hears it.
yep, and I just go to shows and do my rapper shit. I go there.
It ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't stop. I made a few plays off a flip, now I'm on top. I'm Southside Chief, homie. Yeah. What you know about it? Lake Street legend CEO, not the co-founder. What you wanna know about me? I'm so cursed up. I'm the last man standing, but I went first up. Most hated, they don't say it when I roll up. The things that people say about me, they don't say close up. Check it.
And you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It's crazy.
For sure. Yeah, it is crazy. You ready to rock?
Yeah, I'm ready to rock.
All right.
Anything I should be on? Am I able to freely speak?
Yes,
Nothing?
yes. Anything
All
you
right.
want.
All right.
The crazier, the better.
Hey, all right. Hey, all right. All right.
Just make sure you talk right into the mic.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Is camera 3 rolling? All right. Another episode of Minnesota's #1 daily show live on Lake Street. Special guest in the building,
Yes, sir.
Omie the homie.
Yo, what's going on?
Man, so I had to do my research because I know who you are.
Yeah.
I've known who you are for a long time.
Yeah, I was just telling that to him earlier. I was like, yeah, I known Jake for a minute, but I
Yeah.
feel like we never like actually.
I don't know if we ever met in person or
Yeah,
not.
that's exactly.
But I
it.
definitely have known who you are for a long time.
Yeah.
And I had to like do the research. Like, is it the same guy or did somebody else
The same guy.
take the name and run? But no, it's the same guy. Like, you used to be in media.
Yeah.
You and wasn't it you and Mike?
Yep.
Mike QA. Didn't you guys do a podcast for a while?
Wait.
Am I wrong about that?
Yeah.
Or
I know Mike P is. I did one with.
No, I'm talking about Mike QA. Didn't y'all do something? Or maybe you were just a guest on a podcast.
I was probably a guest on the podcast.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing this for so long. It's hard to remember everything. But I swear I remember somebody, maybe it was somebody else at a podcast. That's what it was. Now
honestly, before your podcast, there was one. His name is Mikey actually, and my brother was actually doing a podcast, and I was just tagging along like the plus one there.
Dude, I'm remembering it. I think it was you. Was it Saeed Brown and Mike QA? Were all 3 guests on a podcast at the same time?
Yeah, I think so. I think that was like what, like 2014?
It might have been.
15-ish? Yeah.
15, 16?
Yeah, it could be it.
And I remember it was like the first time I had heard a podcast outside of the podcast that I was doing at the time in Minnesota. Aside from Muja. I don't count Muja because he had the Godcast, which was good, but it was really inconsistent.
Right.
But I remember I don't remember whose podcast it was, but I just remember listening to it, and y'all were so fucked up.
Yeah.
And you were yelling at each other, and you were getting into arguments, and I'm like, oh, this is good shit.
Oh, bro.
And I think
no, I don't think that was me then. I don't think that was me, to be honest. I don't think that was me because the podcast that I remember was more cypherish. It was like we was rapping. It was just rapping, and yeah, I don't.
I do remember. I remember the
cool.
cipher that you did too with what was it, with Abhinav.
What was it? Staring at the universe?
Yep.
Or staring at
the city.
Yeah, staring at
he
the
wasn't
city,
staring at the city at the time though. I think it was just EJ Films.
Yeah, it was EJ Films.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to EJ. Yo, shout out to EJ.
Yeah. It was you, Abby, Meta, Mike QA was in that one too.
Yep.
Whole bunch of them.
Yeah. That was
But yeah.
that was
So then was there a gap? Did you stop doing music for a while?
I never stopped doing music.
Yeah.
I just how I always created music, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never, now I know, but beforehand I didn't know how to actually roll out my music. It was just more so like college shit, organic shit. Like, yo, me and my brother, we just made this tape real quick. This is my album, whatever, and we'll just play it within each other's shit. And then if there was like an open mic or if I got booked for a show, that's when I would, you know what I'm saying, performing and everything. Of course, around the time that's when SoundCloud was hot, so everybody was just putting shit on SoundCloud. Yep. So I was just relying on just that and basically just word of mouth to try and do that. So there was a time when I just stopped doing open mics, and because life happens, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So I stopped doing open mics, I stopped doing shows, and I was still writing, I was still putting out music, but now it's not more so as with having a whole thing behind it. Like I got people behind me listening to the music and sharing it and reposting it. It was just more so just me by myself. Just like, all right, I'll drop it. If people hear it, if they come by it, they'll listen to it, they'll hear it. If not, it's whatever. It's in the universe at least. So
yeah.
But now,
so you were sort of just kind of like winging it, and then
100%
and
winging
then
it.
and then
Winging it.
and then decided to like learn the game a little bit and actually
Yep.
put
So
more of a professional foot forward on it.
exactly, because me, like, I'm probably about seven projects in that are publicly known.
Yep.
Of course, I have just flash drives full of stuff that probably will never see the light of day because I'm always like, tomorrow I can sound better.
Because you're a
write better.
rapper.
Yeah.
And that's what rappers do.
Yeah, exactly. Rapper shit. Yep, rapper shit. So this time around, I just took the time. Was like, all right, well, let me dial back because I don't want to burn myself out before I actually get a good opportunity. And then when the time does come, it's just like, I don't have shit for you. I already put everything beforehand. So it was like, all right, let me sit back and learn the business. Let me sit back and learn the networking aspect of it because that's where I failed at the most, the whole networking shit.
I mean, that's where I feel like that's where most people fail.
Yeah.
Well, again, I'm going to reiterate. I say this all the time, but we do, and I'm only speaking for Minnesota because it's what I know.
Yeah.
But I'm sure this is everywhere. A lot of artists fail to remember that this is a business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we forget the business aspect. This is the music business. This is the entertainment business. But everybody forgets that.
Yeah.
Second
and
word.
I was going, and honestly, and it's actually that, like, music is more on business now than it even is on talent itself.
That's a fact.
So it's me, I'm going into the game like, no, man, it's just talent. It's all talent. Everything else is going to work itself out. But it's like, no, because then I look at other artists, and I'm not going to say nobody's whack or nobody's bad. Or
I know what you're
it's
saying,
like,
though.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some whack ass artists out there that are
bad artists
that are successful.
Very successful.
Yeah.
It's just like, it had to click for me. It was like, wait, no, because they had a team behind them. They had business ran well behind them to where it's like, it didn't matter. The person's just the character. They're the brand, whatever. But the business got to have all that in hand first. And I didn't have none of that in hand first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was just going off of SoundCloud. At that time, I didn't know nothing about a TuneCore, a DistroKid, CD Baby. I didn't know nothing about any of that.
Yeah. It was just make music, put it on SoundCloud. Hopefully everyone hears it.
Yep. And I just go to shows and do my rapper shit. I go there, perform.
Yeah.
Of course, I'll shake some hands with people I know. If people stop by and want to say something to me, they'll speak to me. But outside of that, I was in and out.
Yeah.
In and out. I never really sat back and stayed. I had homies that I would do music with that they ended up staying back and they had gotten opportunities and all that. And then I had to sit back and think like, well, shit, maybe I need to fucking take that approach now because me just here and gone without actually like shaking some hands, getting to know people. You never know who's in the midst of the building or wherever you're at.
Yeah.
You never know who you could run into or an opportunity. You can miss a clear shot opportunity of just being too into yourself. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I spent a lot of my earlier times in my career just, it's kind of selfish, but it's like, it was more so just like, I'm just thinking about myself at the moment. I really don't care if people fuck with me. If you fuck with me, you can. If not, I don't care. I don't, whatever. But I had that mentality about myself and I had to dial that back. And
so what with going through that and now being beyond that, like what are the things that you've taken and how have you improved the business aspect? What are some things that you've done to improve the business aspect?
I've reached out. I did a lot of research. I reached out to people who have been in the stage I'm in right now of getting the business figured out.
Yeah.
And they helped me. I have a therapist now. My brother's a psychologist, and I have uncles and cousins that are in the music business. So I just started reaching out to them. Normally I didn't. I'm more of a secluded person. I really don't talk to nobody unless it's like immediate family members or like I have one or two good friends.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
So essentially you just started educating yourself.
Yeah, very much. And also try to add more tools to the deck outside of just being able to rap.
Yeah, because I was going to say that too. That's such an important piece.
Yeah. You have to like, you can't be one dimensional in today's day.
Cannot.
You can't. You got to be able to
cannot.
at least know how to make a beat. At least know how to make something outside of your genre.
Yeah.
At least know how to, at least train your ears to hear music differently or know how to create different things. So with me, for instance, like my brother, my Javanchi, shout out Javanchi Beats, he made my beats the whole way. It's blood brother, little brother.
Okay.
He's made my beats for every project, damn near every piece of work that's out there right now.
Wow.
That's him on it. And I relied on him so much because it was just like, you're my beat maker. I had that stage where like using YouTube beats and using like, it was this place called, what was it, SoundClick, I think?
SoundClick, yeah.
SoundClick, where they had instrumentals and shit,
Yep.
where you can download and all that. So I was doing that. And what made me stop was I did an open mic. I think it was at the Red Sea.
Can I guess?
Oh damn! I just told you. Damn.
No, let me guess what happened though.
What happened?
You saw another rapper use the same beat that you had.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he was right before me. So I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, I ended up turning the beat though. I ended up turning the song into an acapella. So I kind of flipped to where it sounds more like spoken word outside of just rap. But in my head, I'm like, never again.
I've seen this happen on multiple occasions.
Man, it hurt. And I've seen
y'all
it happen to
y'all
other
bought
people
the same beat.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all on the same track together?
Yep.
Y'all on the same shit together?
Yep. Seen it.
So once that happened, I was like, all right, yeah, I can't do it. And at the time, my brother, he was making beats before I even knew he was making beats. It was just so he was still working on it, like, yeah, I'm still, you know what I'm saying? They're fire beats, though.
Yeah.
But to him, he's just like, nah, man, I got to get better. I can get better. So we're like, well, fuck it. Let's just both get better. Let's just fucking do it.
Yeah.
So we ended up just building our own little sound. Then from there on, it was relying on him to be like, all right, well, I'm not going to write nothing. I could write something to another beat, but I'm not going to put it to that beat. I want you to create something around this. Let me rap this to you real quick and see what vibe you get and see if you can create something off of it. And that's how we usually just made the music.
So you give him like the melody and the cadence, and then he'll make a beat that works for that.
More so, he builds around it. So because I write a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I was writing on the way here. I have notebooks and crazy amounts of just work, just shit written. So it's like when we sit down, we're like, all right, we want to make something. We have a sound. It's hard to explain because it's almost like telepathy in a sense, because it's like he knows what I want to hear, and for some weird reason, whenever he presents it to me, it's like that's exactly what my fault. Like that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
That's dope.
So sometimes I'll have, let's say if it's 4 or 5 bars, but he can get to, okay, you probably got this. He's good at BPM reads, so he's like, all right, so this is that's where you want to be at. All right, cool. Let me add this. What you think about this?
Yeah.
So I'll be like, oh shit, yep, that's dope. Add more, and it just builds.
Is there any part of you that thinks you should maybe venture outside of working with him?
And that's, oh my God, you're literally you're right there with me. So this is what happened. So my brother ends up, life happens. He has a kid now. So our usual process of working together, because he used to mix and master all my prior work as well too. Yep. So he was basically doing everything but writing and rapping, basically.
That changes things now.
Changes a lot of things when you have a kid now, and you don't got as much time to be doing that because you gotta feed mouths now.
Yep.
And we're not making money in the music industry like that, so it's like, what are the odds? So it cut all that out. So I had other studios, other people I could have hit up, but it's like it's homegrown and it's family shit, and you know what I'm saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type shit.
Yeah, and there's a level of comfortability, especially you're telling me about your kind of your personality and your characteristics. You like to kind of keep it tight, which makes sense.
Yeah, homegrown, man, very homegrown. So once he kind of stepped back from, I'm not gonna be able to play my music loud. I'm not gonna be able to like mix your shit how I want to, because I got all these other factors in play now. So it's like, shit, I gotta learn how to do it myself.
Yeah.
So I just literally sat down, bought some equipment, started teaching myself how to fucking mix myself.
Hit up YouTube University.
Man, I've probably been subscribed to almost every YouTube thing that involves producing and beat making. So Yokai right here, I had a DSM. He's the media group I'm a part of.
Okay.
He's also the producer of a lot of work I've been working on now.
Okay.
So when I met him, he really broke, and it was like a blessing in disguise, because I've probably been making beats now for probably like 2 years. I say 2 years. I can't say they're the best, but I've been working like just self-taught, looking up videos and shit. I follow little Instagram pages and shit that has like little tips and shit that teaches you like, yo, if you want to do this, do that with your shit. Me on the mastering end, I'm still not good at that, but I'm kind of okay with that, because it's just like I have people like him that, you know what I'm saying, that's what they live to
do. Some
like,
fine tuning.
Yeah, like the fine tuning. I can make it to where it's like good enough quality to hear. Yeah. But I know there's more to just that, especially when they're playing it in different speakers.
That's a really important piece that I think it's another thing that a lot of artists overlook. You can make some really great music, and the mix can be fine, and when it's done, it can be fine. But then play your song backed up against a Chris Brown song, that hitmaker mixed and mastered.
Exactly.
You will hear the difference.
You hear the total difference.
So it can sound fine. It can sound great. And then all of a sudden you listen to it with some super professional level shit. And you're like, it's not quite there. Yeah. Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
So luckily, meeting Yokai, he's been schooling me on how to get it to sound like that.
Yeah.
You know, he's been sitting me down, and he'll break it down to me like, all right, when you do this, because I have a very ADHD-ish way of how I even build my beats when I produce. I use Fruity Loops like a lot of people probably do still.
Yep.
So, but my brain is crazy on screen.
Mm-hmm.
So he's teaching me how to, simplify it, man. Do this, or try this way. So it's like now, instead of me having to look to YouTube now, I got a person to, yo, Kai, man, I need help with this. You trying to help me with this?
Yeah.
Yo, hey, let me send this over to you. Or I'll just come over and we'll just start from scratch.
Yeah.
And he'll just show me like his process and his way of doing things. And it's like, bro, that's exactly what I've been trying to teach myself.
Yeah.
And now that I have somebody that can teach me it now, sky's the limit now for what's to come now.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have this is a really tough question, but
Yeah.
I think you'll be able to answer it. So in 2022, I mean forever from the beginning of music to now, in order to become a star or whatever it is your goal is, obviously you'd like to be able to feed yourself and feed your family off of music.
Right.
Is that
100%
accurate?
correct.
You already have to be an anomaly to get there.
Yep.
Which means you have to set yourself apart from others somehow.
Mm-hmm.
What's different about you? What makes you the anomaly? What sets you apart from the other artists that are vying for that same spot that you're vying for?
To be honest, it's more of a feeling. It's like a pull.
Okay.
It's not something I really like woke up and aspired to be or tried to push myself to be.
Mm-hmm.
I am who I am.
You are who you are.
And for some weird reason, like I'm a very spiritual person, by the way, too.
Okay.
I'm religious household, family background, religious background, and all that. But I kind of want to separate that. I'm spiritual. I believe in a God, a higher power. I believe in spirituality.
Yeah.
I, however, do not believe in
Sky Grandpa?
Sky Grandpa. I believe in. I believe in Sky Grandpa. I believe.
Okay.
What I don't believe in is the branches that it's broken up into.
Organized religion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I say once man put his hand on it and said, "This is what this is, and this is what you have to abide by." It's like, okay, that I can start to question. I can question that.
I agree.
So, but where was I at? The anomaly.
Yep.
You ever I grew up for some weird reason always standing out. I'm the middle child too of 8, so I was too young to kick it with my older brothers, too old to kick it with my younger siblings. So I'm kind of like stuck in the middle, and spam calls. I don't know. Apple need to fix that. But everywhere I went out, no matter who I interacted with from young up until now, and sometimes people like to pinpoint it, or sometimes they don't know, but they just feel it.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, "Oh, are you with this? Are you this?" Sometimes I usually get an athlete or I'm a musician.
That's racist.
Yeah. But it's like, it's kind of a compliment. I mean, because they're both really representable. You know what I'm saying? Reputable.
Yeah.
So with that, it's like, okay, I can see that. So how I present myself is in some way professional, either or, you know? And it's just like, well, I'm kind of like neither in a way.
Yeah.
I'm just myself. Because if you take rap from me, if you take music from me, I'm still who I am, and I feel like I still can change the world. I still can do something and impact lives outside of having to do the normal things people will want you or see you doing to get it done.
So essentially what you're saying is there isn't a specific thing. It's just it's in you.
Yeah, I feel like I know you've heard of the it factor, right?
Of course.
So it's almost like that, but I don't want to sound what word is it? I don't want to sound full of myself to say it in that form of way, feel me? So I just kind of put it like there's good people, there's great people, there's anomalies. You know what I'm saying? You can be good at something but not be an anomaly.
Yeah.
You know, you can be great at something and still not be that anomaly.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Drake, fucking anomaly. In my eyes, he's an anomaly.
I mean, no, he is.
And Kendrick's anomaly. Jay-Z, anomaly. Biggie, Pac, anomalies. Even Lil Wayne, anomaly. Because, for one, just even think of the Biggie's, Pac,
I would actually probably give you pushback on the Drake thing. I don't think Drake
Let's hear it.
came from the privilege that people portray it as.
Yeah.
He had a fine upbringing. I don't think but he definitely had if you put him in a box with all those other people you just named, like Kendrick, coming from Compton, anomaly.
Yeah,
never should have become what he is
now. Okay, yeah. So I agree. To
Drake he's from Canada.
Okay, so yeah, no, okay. Correct myself. You're right on that. I'll just say, as in a music standpoint.
Yeah.
Musically,
he is an anomaly in terms of he's the biggest. I mean, one of the biggest artists on the planet,
and he's been still relevant.
Yeah.
For what is it going on like damn near 20 years
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
And it's like it's hard to do as an artist.
The most relevant.
Yeah, and
we've never seen a run like this.
Exactly.
Only thing you compare it to would be Hove.
Exactly.
And even Hove has had moments of like
stillness.
lulls.
Yeah.
Drake is not.
Exactly.
Drake has not really cooled off.
And then
ever.
look at the year difference too between their careers. Of course, Jay, he's still in it, but he's not obviously anywhere right now.
Yes.
He's just
and it's also much bigger than just the music with Hove.
Yeah. Oh yeah, way bigger.
Drake
way
has
bigger.
unfortunately not really done that.
I don't think because I feel like with Drake and Jay, I feel like their journeys are two different journeys.
Definitely very different.
Hove is he's on, you know what I'm saying? Hove is just Hove. Like
Yeah.
you know, Drake is more. I feel like he's the fun.
Hove is the Godfather.
He's,
I mean, there's
literally that perfect word.
like you
for
can't.
it,
I don't.
Godfather,
You can't even
literally.
put Hove. I don't think you can even put Hove in the GOAT conversation.
No, you
he's
can't.
so far above that conversation. Like he's
Yeah.
out of here. He's gone. He's
he's
borderline Sky Grandpa.
Yeah.
You know? Like Hove is just not in that. You can't even put him in that. He's surpassed that conversation.
Yeah, and think about it. Even at his age now, he still performs at a high clip.
Of course.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
You can't name. I can't name 5 50-plus-year-olds outside of Nas that can hold a bar up to Hove.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
And think about it coming from the middle class standpoint. It's like, dude, 50s in my family, a 50-year-old. I mean, you old head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect you to still be spitting like that
Yeah.
and still be able to.
But I also think that's something we got to start getting used to and pumping up more, because if you look at the rock and roll genre, like all the GOATs in the rock and roll genre are still touring.
Yeah.
You got 80-year-old Mick Jagger out here
Gray
still
hair,
moving,
shredded.
like,
Man, yeah,
and we should have that in hip hop. Like
We should.
We
I
need.
agree with that.
We should want that. You know what I mean? So
a big reason why I agree with it too. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
A big reason why I agree with that as well too, because you think about what comes with the music, the message behind it,
Yeah.
right? We always were taught to respect your elders, and you could learn a lot from your elders,
Yeah.
and et cetera, et cetera. So it's like nowadays they're calling hip hop a young man's game, because obviously it's the younger cats now more so than the older cats that are getting going, that are flashing, that are out there just being outside. And the other, quote, the OGs, they're more so on the other. They're laid back. They're not out as much, you
Yeah.
know. And if they are out, it's because somebody wants them to be out, or that's just them, you know.
yeah, and you know what? This is why it. After thinking about it for a while, this is why it bothered me when 21 Savage said that Nas was irrelevant. I knew what he was saying. I understood the sentiment. Like, he wasn't trying to disrespect him.
But still, it's like, bro, you could have not.
We got to stop saying shit like
Yeah.
that, though, because Nas is not irrelevant. He never will be irrelevant. He might be irrelevant to that, like, small core, you know, the center.
Where you're
like,
from. Like,
the big, you know what I mean? Like, we talk about, like, the big three, right? We got Kendrick, Cole, Drake.
Yep.
Okay, and then I'll branch off from that. You got 21 Savage, NBA YoungBoy. You know what I mean? There's, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
There's like branches off of them, right?
Yep.
Saying that Nas is irrelevant is
You're
saying
discrediting-
you're saying Wayne is irrelevant. You're saying Hove is irrelevant.
Yeah.
You're saying, like, we shouldn't say things like that. We just, those things shouldn't. I get that people say things for shock value, and also there's so many platforms now for people to be talking on all the time, saying shit all the time. You got to have something to say, right?
Yeah. And I feel like it was more so like how I took it was just like, even if that is your opinion, bro, like there's better ways you could word that. Like,
Yeah.
for instance, like Nas is very relevant in my deck. In my playlist, he's heavy. You know what I'm saying? I play him more than 21.
And he is relevant. He's on a fucking run.
Yeah.
He's
King's
dropped
Disease,
four. He's dropped
Magic,
4 straight albums that were all phenomenal. Fire.
Yeah. Like
Phenomenal.
fire. And he's doing it once again at 50. He's in his 50s doing it. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
And to me, it's more so if I was 21, I probably would have put in more so of a terms as like, we just don't listen to him as much where I'm at. That doesn't make him irrelevant. That just means, for perfect example, Gucci Mane. I remember there was an interview I was watching, and one of the interviewers were asking him about like, it was like a top rappers list or whatever.
Yep.
And they asked him, somebody said Eminem,
Mm-hmm.
and he kind of took it as a slight. He made a joke out of it, but he never said Eminem was bad or he was irrelevant or none of that. He was just like, you playing Eminem in your car in the hood? Ain't nobody in my hood riding around listening to no Eminem. They listening to Gucci.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's
geographical location matters. Too.
Yeah. So I
Yep.
feel like he probably should have taken that route. He would have got less backlash from it. But
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, bro, you just can't sit out and say Nas is irrelevant, bro. What?
I mean,
like,
yeah, and if we're going to talk about relevance in the way that he meant it, I would say at this time,
he's very relevant.
You could say that about M. M's not super.
Oh, I thought you meant about Nas.
No,
Oh,
M is not currently super relevant. You definitely can't say it about Nas. The dude is on it, bro. He dropped 2 albums in 1 year, 2 phenomenal albums in 1 year. He was nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah.
He won a Grammy.
Yeah.
He won the
can't-
Grammy. Like
You
you can't say that.
You can't.
You just can't. It's not. And I understand the sentiment. I get what he meant. He didn't mean disrespect by it. And I love the way Nas handled it
Yeah.
by embracing him and doing a song with him. Like,
Yep.
you know what I mean? So
Yeah, still to me, it was kind of a shot though to me because it's like, dude, because them is like 21. He's like, they're dope. He's dope.
Yep.
You know.
I love
Like,
21 Savage.
Yeah, same. But it's like, I don't see him as an OG. I don't see him as somebody that I learned something from. Nas, on the other end, like, listening to him is almost like you're reading a book. That's why I fucked with him and Jay so heavy. And even Kendrick.
Nas made Illmatic at
fucking
16?
Yeah.
Come on.
Still talks about to this day and you in your 50s and come on. Like, you can, it's some things just like,
Yeah.
all right, man, you just really just blowing smoke
Yeah.
out your ass at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
But
everybody knows.
But you're also right to a good point about geographical location. Like, and honestly, with Eminem, the geographical location don't matter. I don't
'cause
think
he's such
anymore.
a big artist.
I'm
It's
not
just like-
listening to Eminem ever.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like,
I used to. I used
Exactly.
to, but I don't want to hear you scream into the mic. I can't do it with him. No
I'm
more.
just like, I fuck with Eminem, and I'm not gonna lie, like I was listening to the early Eminem.
Yeah.
Like the last full length project I heard from Eminem.
Yeah, before he
was
started
Relapse.
trying to rap like a robot and trying to prove himself to everybody.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's
we
like-
already know how good you are, bro. Like,
Yeah, you're
you don't have
solidified.
you don't have to rap faster than the damn BPM on the beat every song. Like,
Exactly. Nope.
chill out.
How's anybody gonna memorize that?
Go back if you go back and listen to Eminem Show or Marshall Mathers LP. That's how I want you rapping.
Yeah.
If
Slim
he starts
Shady,
rapping like that again,
that's where his pocket was.
you might get my ears back.
Yeah.
You
That's where his
might.
pocket
But
was.
now I can't. I just can't do it.
He had the storytelling on deck.
Yeah.
He had all that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, Eminem's definitely a
Yeah.
pioneer to a lot of the storytelling shit.
And that don't take away anything from his skill. If you
Yeah.
listen to what M is doing today, right now, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That a human can do what he does is ridiculous.
Exactly.
I just don't want to listen to it.
Yeah.
That's
And
it. I
and
just
feel like that's
I don't
what
want to
he-
hear it.
I feel like he knows that, but that's why he's still choosing to push the issue.
I think that what it really is I think you want to talk about geographical location.
Mm-hmm.
He just knows. He knows who he's catering to.
Yeah. Exactly. That's
He,
what I was
he
going
knows
with.
who he's catering. Honestly, he's catering to white people from like the Midwest, and I mean
I feel like he definitely has Midwest.
he has a large fan base.
Mm-hmm.
He knows who he's. I can't explain the guy. You know the guy that I'm talking about though. Like there's an image of the guy that he raps to. It's like a
I would say if anybody, Tech Nine.
white guy with baggy pants.
Wait, oh, you're talking about like
Yeah, like the
I
image
thought
of the
you
guy.
meant,
Yeah, white guy
who he
with
has in mind when he's
baggy
rapping.
pants, Vans, a backwards
Oh.
Hurley hat.
Yeah, Slim Shady.
Yeah,
He's rapping to Slim Shady.
yeah, yeah.
That's exactly what he's rapping to. 'Cause
Yeah.
that was Slim Shady's attire. The
Yeah.
white tee, the baggy jeans,
Yep.
the blonde hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
he's
every
rapping to
time he
Slim
drops,
Shady.
every single one of that guy in this world buys his shit. So it's like,
And just loves it.
if like you said earlier, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't need Gucci Mane to be riding around the hood bumping me.
Yep.
I know where my bread is buttered, so I'm just gonna keep making music for the guys
Yeah.
that are buttering my bread, which I get. I understand that, but I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm
Nah,
cool.
same.
I'm cool on it.
Same.
So we got to wrap, but before we wrap, I want to give me a little bit about what you're working on today, what you got coming, what you got going forward.
I'm working on an album, Off the Leash.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna put a time date on it because I'm still in the creative process of it.
Okay.
So I'm just basically just collecting. I have footnotes. I have songs recorded, but there's a story I really want to push forth on this.
Okay.
That's one thing I was big on. I've always been big on like conceptual
Concepts,
shit.
yeah.
Concepts.
Yep.
Something that like you can listen to beginning to end. That's how I prefer a lot of my shit to be played. Cause I'm like, if you skip to this, you may miss out on what you hear towards this end that may lead to what you about to hear on the next song or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like little intricate shit I kind of like want to tweak together so it all just fully blends.
That's a dying art that I feel like is starting to come back, starting to be resuscitated.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see more conceptualized albums again.
Yeah.
That
My
started to fade, but it's coming back.
I feel like I finally got like how to do it the right way. My last album I dropped was 2021, For What It's Worth.
For what it's worth. I listened to a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got into it.
So I did all that in 2 weeks
Mm.
in the crib by myself.
Wow.
I was trying to work for now with that album I was trying to work on for probably like 2 years, and it was initially supposed to be longer, but I ended up just getting it crunked down to 8 because the listener's ear is, unless you're a big artist, nobody wants to hear 13, 14 tracks from me right now.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, exactly. So, but I know that.
Yep.
That's part of the game.
Yeah.
Like, if I want people to hear 13, 14 track albums of mine that I want to give out, I got to make it to the point where somebody out there is going to want it that bad.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to put out a 13, 14 track album, make sure your first 6 are your best 6.
Yeah.
Because they're probably not getting to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you better be able to have it spread out right to where they can get to that still
Yeah.
without being like, oh, you'd waste all your good shit on the first half. Now the second half is all just trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So that was like my first time like taking time out. But my brother, of course, he did all the beats. So he just emailed them to me and I'll be in my crib. All right, I got 2 weeks. I told myself, like, yo, I'm going to give myself 2 weeks to do this. And if I don't, I'm just going to scrap this project. And I was
You shooting videos for any of the new shit?
For the new shit now?
Yep.
Yes, I'm shooting for it. Yeah, I'm doing all that as we speak.
Okay.
So getting all the content rolling. Because now that
who you shooting with?
Dead Silence Media.
Okay.
So I'm just now trying to like get out and network so I can have people, you know what I'm saying, that I can work with, and that's how I felt right in here, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just looking for shit. I'm on Instagram, saw Live on Lake Street. Saw you had some shit going on. Okay, perfect opportunity. Bam.
Just like that.
Yep, exactly.
That's perfect.
So that's definitely in the works right now. Probably like definitely next year.
Yeah.
Summer at the latest.
Okay.
To me, I feel like the feeling of the album is not a winter album.
You know, not for nothing. I don't know if this is also a PSA to other artists watching or listening. Now's the time for underground artists because all the big dogs, they're not dropping until probably March, April, May. Like there's going to be a long open space right now to be dropping where none of the big dogs are dropping. So,
yep. And to me, the big dogs I've been looking for, I'm probably not going to hear from them for another 3-4 years. So like Kendrick, he gave us that, and it took him 6 years to give us that.
Yeah.
You know,
and that wasn't even the album that he said he was giving us.
Exactly.
I was ready for Scorched Earth.
Yeah,
he lied. Kendrick capped.
Yeah, for real.
He capped. He let Drake get him out of body.
Yeah, I don't think it was Drake that got him out of body. I feel like it was Baby Keem. There's a lot of remnants.
No, I'm saying he let Drake get him out of body, and he made a post saying, "Come next year, I'm lighting shit the fuck on fire." And then he dropped what he dropped. And I mean, still a great album, but
he did say smoking on your top 5.
See, and that was the start of it right there. We were like, oh shit, okay, Kendrick's on a warpath. But somebody talked him off the ledge. I think it might have been Baby Keem that talked him off the ledge. By the way, not for nothing, I just got to say it here because it reminded me. I watched. I don't even know where it was. I think it was somewhere in Europe. A Kendrick Lamar live performance on Amazon.
I just watched that. Yeah, live in Paris. Yes. Crazy.
What the fuck?
Fucking crazy.
You know how mad I was when I found out that I missed that tour when it was here?
You want to know how mad I was when I missed that? Listen, my geographical location was literally down the street.
If we titled episodes, the title of this episode would be Geographical Location.
We should name it Geographical Location. Literally. How it was all planned out for me, I wanted to go to that show. And it was like, bro, it would work perfect. I can just literally pregame. I don't got to worry about an Uber or nothing. I can just walk right up to the XL and fucking go there. Nope. I forgot. And then when the day of came, I had shit going on. It was just like, bro. And my homie was telling me, he was like, bro, because he bought his tickets like months early. As soon as they posted it, it was going to be it. But me, I was in my head so much. It was like, bro, it's right across the street. Like, bro, I'm
not going to miss it.
Yeah, I'm not going to miss it.
I'm going to hear Kendrick from here.
I'm going to see the Jumbotron that has their fucking, their advertisement on it.
Yep.
Totally fucking missed my shit,
God damn
bro.
it, man. But I urge anybody that hasn't seen Kendrick live, or even if you have, go watch that shit on Amazon Prime.
Man, that shit was amazing.
Incredible.
That shit. And to think, like, imagine how much rehearsing, how much actual shit behind the scenes happened for you to even present that.
Bro.
Yo, it's like, yeah, that
different.
That's what separates. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
That's the separation.
For sure. So album coming, No time frame, but it's coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
And anything? Are you dropping anything before that? Singles, anything like that?
Oh yeah. I
coming?
definitely got 3 or 4 singles.
Okay.
I'm just getting visuals for right now.
Okay.
So I have some artists that I've collabed with. I'm waiting till I drop it because they're kind of like surprise features.
Can you give me one? Give me one. Who'd you work with that that people know?
I don't know if everybody knows him, but my family and where I'm from knows him. Spice One.
Of course.
Spice One.
That's a legend.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the younger generation wouldn't know who Spice One is, but
the
Spice
younger
One.
generation may not, but Spice One, yeah,
Yeah.
that's my generation. I'm 38, so yeah, I know
30.
Spice. I know Spice One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spice
sure.
One's heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got songs with Pac. He's got songs with Snoop. He's got songs. I mean, he was West Coast legend.
Yep.
Heavy.
Yep.
Heavyweight for sure.
Yep.
So you got some shit coming with Spice.
Yep.
And he can rap.
And he
Monster.
rap.
Yeah. For sure.
Like, yeah, that's one. I got like 3 or 4 more that I want to wait
Okay.
till, I feel
right.
like it be better that way
For sure.
than try to like tell people something and something happens in the future where I jinx it and it can't happen and it's just like,
Yeah.
what happened to this, bro?
Yep.
So
That's
luckily
true.
the Spice One, shout out to Spice One. What up, Spice? What up, Bostonini? So luckily that shit's already. So,
That's dope. I
yeah,
like it.
so
that's
that's
dope.
definitely in
Okay. All right. And if they want to keep up with you, where can they find you at?
Yo, Omie the Homie. Omie the Homie 1022. And Omie the Homie, if you're looking for me anywhere on just social media, I don't got much YouTube visuals yet. I mean, check us out live on Lake Street.
He just did a live from the streets. Go check that
yeah,
out.
live on Lake Street. Shout outs. And yeah, just tune in with me right there. I'm like I said, I'm in the stage of actually doing it the right way now.
Yeah.
So
Rebuilding.
rebuilding basically.
like it.
Rebranding, rebuilding.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
that's where
Cool,
y'all
man.
can find me.
Well, this is a fun conversation. I'm glad we could do it.
Oh man, I love this shit, bro.
Yeah,
Appreciate
for sure.
it, man.
I
Shit's
appreciate.
definitely dope,
I
man.
appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no problem.
And I'm gonna be watching. And good luck with everything. And stand out. Be an anomaly.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man.
All
Y'all
right.
keep doing y'all thing, man. I love what y'all got going on here.
For sure.
It sucks it took me this long to tap in, but now I'm tapped in with this, and I fuck with this, yo.
For sure. We're
Fuck
here
with
now.
It's heavy, man.
Cool, man. Well, I appreciate you as usual. Minnesota's #1 daily show live on Lake Street. I'm Jake Faircloth. Follow me everywhere at Jake Faircloth1. We out.
It ain't that I can't stop, it's that I won't stop. I made a few plays off a flip, now I'm on top. I'm Southside Chief, homie. Yeah. What you know about it? Lake Street legend CEO, not the co-founder. What you wanna know about me? I'm so cursed up. I'm the last man standing, but I went first up. Most hated, they don't say it when I roll up. The things that people say about me, they don't say close up. Check it.